All right, guys, welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for being patient, starting a little bit late today. Sorry about that. Today we're going to be exploring Dawnblade Dorinthea. For those of you who caught my last stream, I said that the best two warrior decks at the moment were Dawnblade Dorinthea and Hatchet's Dorinthea. I will say that I think given the expected metagame for Nats, I think Bolton is actually not too bad either. And I actually think Kasai is probably in a worse position now than maybe a week ago. So let's just jump into things. There's a lot to cover today because this is actually a very difficult problem. And before the stream, I was thinking I was trying to make some deck lists, and I was having a lot of difficulty creating it because I think I was kind of relying on. I was like, yeah, I've played Dorinthea for a long time. All right, let's build, go. I think it actually requires a little bit more thought and effort in this current metagame than ever before because this is a very tricky metagame. We haven't had several elements combined in this way before. I'll give you an example. So in previous metagames, we needed to play against decks like Icelander, so that required a certain strategy. We needed to play against decks like Prism, Dromai, New Prism, that required a strategy. We had to play against decks like Oldhim and Bravo and Starvo, and those required a solution. We've played against decks like Lexi and Phi, but we really haven't we haven't had a meta where it's really combining all of those. And the reason why that's the case is because now we have 20 something heroes, like 25, 26. So because we have so many heroes, the solutions are becoming much more complicated. So let's go over here. Yeah, why not? Let's take a look at this first. So this is something that I've been keeping a very close eye on because unless people are testing on TTS or webcam or IRL, let's face it, people test on Talishar. Pro Tour players, Nats players, World Championship, they test on Talishar. And the easiest way to look at this is just to look at which decks are being played. So Aelia being played, Betsy obviously not being played, Bravo not being played, the mechs basically not being played, Warrior down a lot, Enigma seeing a ton of play, Phi seeing no play, Kano seeing a decent amount of play. This is actually one that's people need to keep an eye on. Kasai seeing very little play. And look at Kasai's win rate against certain decks. This is not a lot of sample size, but like I said, Kasai just is awful against illusionists. So yeah, that's really not where you want to be. Katsu not seeing much play. KO seeing a ton of play. Leviathan seeing a ton of play. This is actually interesting that I think with the new cards, especially the expansion swap cards, it's very possible we see more Leviathan than KO at Nats. KO is easier to play, but if you want an easy to play powerful deck, just go play Zen. Not saying Zen is completely brain dead, but aggro ninja is not the most complicated thing in the world to play. Whereas Leviathan requires a lot more technique. Let's just put it that way. Max not seeing much. New seeing a ton. Blah 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 blah. Riptide has a very good win rate. This is actually, I think, the sleeper pick for Nats. Okay. And even the last one I want to point out is Victor is seeing a lot of play. And I know people have been like, oh, the Guardians are really in bad shape. Well, if you're a Guardian player and you love playing Guardian, you're going to play Guardian. And Betsy and Bravo are not in a good spot. So you're going to be playing Victor and just hoping for gem luck. Please don't give me Illusionist or Kano, and you'll be happy, right? And then obviously Zen seeing a ton of play. I think this is actually the highest, 7.8k. Yeah. So actually new I think is higher. 8.6k, yeah. Okay, so TLDR, there's a lot of decks that are threatening. And we're going to need to go over each of them to figure out how to build a deck. Just for... Oh, not Dash. Dorinthea. All right, so just so we could keep an eye on the win rates. Apparently, Bolton is the best. And the reason is because Bolton actually has game into Enigma. Even though you aren't going to get... Even though she's not going to really be blocked with attack actions. You still have a pretty linear game plan, and yeah. And Bolton can be built very, very aggressively, right? Also does the best into Prism as well. So if you expect a lot of illusionist, Bolton is actually the best warrior into the field, right? All right, let's go over here. I should have kind of led with this. This is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be analyzing the threats of the meta and developing a game plan against them. And then we're going to build a deck and tune it. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that. All right, let's catch up on chat a little bit. You're about to test her? Sure. Feels like Enigma is just impossible for Dawnblade. Bunch of wards, billion D-Rex, you can't block meaningfully. Yes. And my conclusion actually might be you just give that matchup up and say whatever. Trying to beat Enigma might just be a losing proposition. You just say, well, 8% of people are going to play Enigma at Nats, whatever. I get paired into them, I lose, whatever, right? You can't just look at Dawnblade in just that silo, right? You need to say, okay, against this general metagame, and especially the winner's metagame, that's actually, I better write that down. This is actually very important. You need to have a deck. If you want to go far in a tournament or win a tournament, you need to do well in the winner's metagame. Now the question is Enigma going to be part of that winner's metagame? Probably. But we'll see. I think she has a giant target on her back at the moment. Reason why Leviathan is greater than KO is the new chest errata. What is the new chest errata? What are you talking about? You're talking about the new Sash? Victor is to be expected in Nationals too, yes. Sure. I'm upset because I bought a bunch of Zen stuff thinking he would be a more puzzly, fun ninja. But he's so overtuned, he's still aggro ninja. Yes, he is basically Phi, but, you know. I mean, if you guys remember when Phi came out with stubby hammerers, that was such a broken deck. And I think the equipment set on Zen is actually ridiculous. So yeah, Zen seemed fine, but then you realize just how often he has access to Chi, and it's just madness. Yep. Enigma and Prism is just shake hand. So Enigma versus Dory is basically Prism versus Kano. I think things have to line up very well. Because the way that most decks are being built, they run Sync Fate Unmovable. And for those of you who've played Dawnblade Dory a lot, you know that once they get to 9 D-Reacts, things get very difficult. And it's even more difficult because they have access to the ability to not give reprise, which is really, really tough. I feel like I'm going to need 10 Enigma. I feel like I'm going to get 10 Enigmas at least at the Polish Nationals. And you were referring to Sash. Okay, sure. Okay, let's take a look at the expected metagame. And I'm going to break it down to... I'm just going to include the decks that I think are very, very threatening or top tier. So we have Aelia, Enigma, Kano, KO, Leviathan can be kind of lumped together. They're basically doing the same thing. New Prism. And all these heroes are so annoying. Just list them more out. Riptide, I think, is also in a very good position. I think both of the Rangers are actually really well positioned. Victor and Zen. Okay. So these are the heroes that I think are in the best position right now. So there's 10 of them. And then if we have like the mid-tier heroes, we have like the Warriors, the Dash, Katsu, Bolton, Azuri. The Runeblades I think are decent as well. But we don't really need to dedicate our sideboard slots to those heroes. Okay, so these are the heroes we need to deal with. Okay. So all right. So let's take a look at these and break them down. Okay? So in the past, okay, we'll take a look at this in a second. Olympia needs a weapon because double parry blade ain't it. Yes. The problem with Chorus is if they have a D-react, they will stuff you. That is correct. Yes. Chorus, I want to talk about this, is let's just put it this way. Not as good as you think it is. Let's just put it that way. Chorus, the main thing is that there's a implied threat, right? The fact that this card exists already has to make them play differently, right? Unfortunately, it's not like Murkmire Grapple where you just pump, throw it. That's what you wanted to do anyways, right? The main thing is that we need this hero ability to trigger as many times as possible. If you are not triggering Dorinthea's hero ability, you are not winning the game. Right? Now, the thing is, how you get the hero ability to trigger is actually different based on your opponent, right? Some decks are not going to block. Some decks are. And that's really the difficulty of it, right? So let's categorize these into decks that want to block versus don't want to block, right? So in general, the something like this, roughly, right? So Aelia obviously doesn't want to block you. Prism is going to just throw heralds at you, and if you get snowbally, they'll reset you with ALS. Zen obviously doesn't want to block you too much. They want to attack. The brutes can block, but generally, when they have a good hand, they're not going to block, right? So, Enigma has a ton of D-reacts, has ward. Kano is generally going to be blocking you until they get their combo, especially if they're the pitch stack Kano. They have a ton of D-reacts. New is Let's just put it this way. New can actually go either way. That's kind of the beauty of it. Riptide can block somewhat decently, has a bunch of traps, doesn't need too many cards to send back some decent damage. And then Victor, obviously with all the block cards, wants to be blocking, right? So we basically have two categories, right? Glad to finally catch the stream. Cool. Well, thank you for joining. Kao's got a huge fridge though, so that's kind of medium. Yes. So you could also break this down to maybe maybe actually we need a 2x2 chart. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's try this. No armor, armor, no blocks, blocking, no blocking. Let's put it this way, okay? We could actually divide the meta into 4 categories, right? And the thing is, how you play against each of these is very different as Dawnblade Dory, right? So, not blocking and no armor, this is Aelia. No blocking and has armor is KO, Leviah. Now, Zen has a lot of armor, but he doesn't really want to use it. So I'm going to put him in effectively no armor. Now, this is... I'm going to have to put an asterisk next to this because people are going to be like, hey, Josh, that doesn't sound right. All right, Prism goes over here. Okay. Enigma basically has no armor. Kano has no armor. New has basically no armor. Riptide has basically no armor. And Victor has both. Okay. So here we go. All right. Do you guys roughly agree with this? I probably need to put an asterisk next to Leviah as well, because Leviah actually does block for 4 or 5 turns, but before going generally. Okay. Wow, this is amazing timing. I have switched from your hatchet build to Dawnblade this week, and I've been trying to learn to play. I'm new to Fab, and your videos have been a massive help. Well, thank you for joining the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them. This is what I needed, was confused on what to sideboard and how to play against some heroes. Being new to the game, yeah. There's a lot of things to learn as Dawnblade Dory. I don't know, Leviah blocks a lot before... Yep. That's true. Zen has armor, though. Yes, but think about, does Zen really want to use their armor? If they block early aggression with their Shuko, they miss out on value. If they block with their 12 petal early, they miss out on value. I would say Riptide has armor depending on which helm he's using. Okay. That's true. He has, crown. Yeah, the ranger boots are pretty good. Sure. We could put Riptide over there. Actually, hold on. Don't they run... I'm not actually sure. Let's take a look. None of these are very updated. So Trench, they never want to block with. Okay. Perch Grab. I'd say they don't really have armor. Yeah, let's move Riptide back here. I mean, it doesn't have as much armor as Victor. So let's just move him back over there. Okay. 5 Fridge, 6 with Trench on defensive tide builds. Yeah, but 5 Fridge doesn't... when you talk about Fridge, I'm talking about, like, you block a Command and Conquer with no cards type of situation. All I know is I was watching Chris Iali's stream earlier, and he was on Balance of Justice with Riptide, and some run Skullcap. Sure, yeah. I'm gonna define armor as you could stop a Command and Conquer. and still have a good game plan. Something like that. Okay, so now that we have all of these kind of put together, this matchup is very, very cursed for Dawnblade Dory. So, this is a matchup I think we're just going to give up. So, let's put this in, I don't know. We'll put it in pink. Okay? If we run into a Victor, we're probably screwed. Like, in theory, this deck might be in the metagame, but in theory, Victor should not be in the winner's metagame. Right? Due to some of the matchups here. Like, the Illusionist, Zen should be good against them. Both Brutes. Like, everything here other than, like, Aelia is really, really bad for Victor. So, in theory, Victor shouldn't make it to the winner's metagame. Which is good, because now we can, like, eliminate this whole section here in the bottom right. Okay? So, now the question is, how do we deal with all this? Well, the question is, what percentage of the metagame do we think they should be? That actually determines which version we should go with. I'm telling you right now, I think this top section is going to be more prevalent than the bottom section. I think these heroes are going to be much more popular than these heroes. Now, I know New is the most played hero at the moment. So, I don't know. It might be blasphemous to say that, but I think focusing on the top half is going to yield more results than focusing on the bottom half. Because I also think Enigma is a cursed matchup. I don't know if you can really win this matchup either. And Kano, there's very little agency in this matchup, because generally as Dawnblade Dory you run AB1. And if they are a first cycle Kano, it's kind of on how they draw. If they're a second cycle Kano, they have so many D-reacts, you probably don't break through, and then it's very difficult. So I also think this matchup can be... It's not unwinnable, but it's like there's not much you can do to make this matchup better, right? And then this matchup I also think is... For Hatchet Dory, this is fine. For Dawnblade Dory, it's pretty annoying because it feels very much like Icelander did. So this one is quite tough. Riptide also, I think, is quite difficult because unless you're a dedicated Decimator deck, I don't think you can do... I don't think running the Decimator in the sideboard of a Dawnblade deck really cuts it against top-level Riptides. So I think... let's see here. I actually think all these matchups are kind of unfavored. So focusing on improving these matchups might be the best way to go. I think these matchups are just like Victor, Enigma, Kano is probably like it's unwinnable or you have no agency. These matchups are going to be difficult, so we just focus on these 5 matchups, right? I think that's the correct way to build the deck. I don't think there's any... There's no sideboard tech that really helps these matchups. Like, in order to make your Victor matchup better and your new matchup better, you need to play Hatchets. And I don't think you could fit Hatchets and Dawnblade in the same list. That's actually something I should write down. Can you make Hatchets and DB in the same list? Probably not, but maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Well, that's something I might have to explore later. All right, let's catch up on chat a little bit. Only Riptides you'll see are aggro now. Okay. Goldbane has no D-reacts nowadays. Is that bad? I mean, Victor generally has 3 sync blows, and if you've played against Icelander or like low D-react Guardian, you know that if they're smart and they just have 3 D-reacts, it already makes your life really hellish. No one will play Enigma. She's awful. What's up, Noah? Congratulations on your weekend. Is it worth writing off Kano? No. A lot of people are practicing Kano. And Kano's kind of like Victor. People are gonna play him whether or not he's good or not. Or they should. Or not. May I ask why Zen is more of a concern when two Katsu's top 8 in Montreal and no Zen? We I would not look too heavily into the battle hardened results. A lot of the top level Katsu players are saying, why would I play Katsu when I could just play Zen? Yeah. Get out of here. No. Dang, I thought that would work. Haven't you won enough? No. Tragic. There's no amount of tech that will make Dawnblade be an event. That's correct. Yes. Like I said at the very beginning of the stream, Chorus is not as good as you think it is. You could make the Enigma start at 20 and you'd still lose. Yep. The reason, so let's talk about why this matchup is so hard. So, first of all, they have 9+ D reacts. The general rule of thumb is 0 to 3, DB is favored. 6 D reacts, it's even. 9, more than 7+, opponent favored. Okay, that's generally the rule of thumb. Okay. Enigma, most lists are running 9. They could even run more, right? No reprise. And you have to act first. Can't do the twinning blade. Can't do the over around mix up. Right? So what do I mean by the over around mix up? So against certain decks, they have to block, and then you could decide, okay, do I want to go over this or go around? Enigma's a lot of the times doesn't have to act first, and that's actually the one of the main issues. Young Enigma taking a pro quest. Well, they long time ago somebody registered Young Prism at New Zealand Nats, and that's why a rule exists now that you can't play young heroes in CC. Why force hatchets put swords? The sword damage output is just lower. Does Kasai fare any better, or does Enigma dump on her too? Enigma dumps on every warrior except a very lucky Raiden Bolton. Maybe. And even then, it's very difficult because they have that... I forgot the name of the card, but it gives -1 to your attacks. It's very, very annoying. Well, that is good to know that those were all the decks I was having trouble winning against and had amazing success against the other. Terrain Beast, yeah, exactly. These matchups are going to be hard. The main reason you would take Dawnblade Dory to an event is because you think the meta is going to be this. I think the meta is going to be slightly more this than this. Especially, I think, the winner's metagame. I anticipate Aelia and Zen doing really well, and I anticipate KO and Leviah just to do well in general because they're powerful decks. They may not be heavily represented in the top 8, but like in the top 32, I think there's going to be a lot of KO and Leviah decks. Okay. Enigma dumps on Kasai more than Dory. Yeah. Enigma is really, really strong against Kasai. we've already seen it. People have stopped playing Kasai. Right? This, if you don't have the speed to punish Zen, you don't have the strength to break through against Enigma. This is really bad. Okay. You know who beats Enigma? Bolton. Hint, hint. I think you have to get very, very lucky as Bolton. Warriors in general suck against illusionists, guys. This has been the case since Monarch. Okay, it's nothing new. The question is the metagame designed in a way that you can take advantage of it, right? Okay. Illusionist is my least favorite class to play against. Haha, always has been. Well, it's when you're unfavored, it's generally you don't want to play against it, right? Played Dawnblade Dory at an armory a few days ago. Played into and came really close to winning into Enigma. If there's any hope, it's in Iron Song, Determination, and Chorus. It's rough for sure, though. Yeah. that might help. How bad is Burdens of the Past? Burdens of the Past is probably fine, but by the time they have 10 D-Reacts in Graveyard, which they might not even have 10 D-Reacts in Graveyard, basically, if Enigma swings for some value and you can't remove it a couple times during the game, you've already lost the game. A lot of the times you lose before you even get to like turn 5. Even though the game will drag on for many more turns, you've already lost the game. Enigma gets to be reactive in all aspects in the matchup, and proactive Dawnblade Dory is not good. That is a very, very, very good summary. One of the reasons why Dawnblade Dory is strong is because if you look when she was designed, I shouldn't say what I just said. The strength of Dawnblade Dory, let's look at when that was strong. Back in WTR, when she was designed, what was her competition? It was Reinhardt, Bravo, and Katsu, right? None of them got to operate on a unusual axis, right? The heroes that operated on an unusual axis are the wizards and the illusionists, right? They had to basically play the game all steps of the game, right? Dorinthea would present a threat, they would have to block. Dorinthea would present an additional threat, so an attack react, and then they would have to present a D-react. And that's the game flow. So yeah. The strength of Dorinthea is being able to adapt to the situation. But when you have to adapt first and give them information, it's not good. I've tried Burdens before. It's only good in the last cycle, trying to take down the last couple hits. You'll never get there versus Enigma. Yes, the game is lost much quicker. We can also build Raging Onslaught, Tribal Dory. Chonkinthea? I don't think this is the correct metagame for Chonkinthea. OG viewers will remember Chonkinthea. I feel like the entire left no armor section is going to be more popular. Yes. Just by the fact that there's 7 of them here. Yes. People play new Kano and Enigma. Yes, that's what you see a lot of. I want to see some cash-ins tonight. What's up, Basil? Cash-in is one way to build very aggressive Dory. So, yeah. Exactly, simply high roll. The issue with trying to build a high roll Dory deck is it's very inconsistent. Because you need a threat, a blue, and a pump. I feel like it's going to be an illusionist ninja metagame. I also think that's going to be the case. Of course, Dawnblade Dory is really good. It's the only one I use. You could argue that I think there's no warrior in this current metagame that's in a good spot. But Dawnblade Dory and Hatchet Story are the best of the decks. Are you saying Chorus is worse than I think it is and not to run it at all, or just think it's not going to save the matchup? I think both. I think the value of Chorus is the implication. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that skit, but the fact that it exists makes them have to play around it, and it is probably worth the one of, because you could tutor it with Singing Steelblade and basically gamble that they don't have a D-React. So if you get Reprise and you're desperate and you think they don't have a D-React, you can tutor for it. I think it's fine as a one of. If this was draft, Chorus of Iron Song would be ridiculous, right? But the way that Enigma beats you is not by dumping a bunch of... It just doesn't... The play patterns just don't line up. So TLDR, I think you just play one of them. Okay. Dawnblade feels slightly over 50% against Zen and Katsu. I think that is very dependent on whether you go first or second. I'd rather play Aelia and be more coin flippy, but have game against everybody. Okay. Chorus is useful in theory, but in practice it'll get stuffed by D-React more often than not. Correct. We're going to be playing tonight, or is it just theory crafting? We are going to be building a deck and we're going to be playing. But this is a lot of thinking. Because this is really a really tough metagame. Watched NXI's video versus an Enigma, and he presented over 200 damage. The amount of ward is nuts. Yeah. Why no love for straight Decimator builds? I mean, just look at this metagame. You want to run a straight Decimator build into this? These have burst damage. Your KO, Leviathan have burst damage that can get through the Decimator builds. You don't have the disruption that Bravo has, so it's not even like you could fatigue with damage. The Illusionist completely dumpster you if you're playing Decimator. Kano will just pitch stack and dumpster you. Eventually your armor runs out, and then New starts bullying you. And you might be fighting against the Rangers, but I don't think that's good enough. I legit think Rapture Prism plays like Dawnblade. Maybe I'm crazy. I have not played enough Prism to know. What are the pink names? These are matchups that you can't win. Or very unfavored. Blue. So, okay, so the main point I'm trying to make right now. Oop, that's not it. The main point I'm trying to make is that we shouldn't be trying to save these matchups. We just accept our fate. Okay? Now, how do we build a deck that is good against a no-blocking deck? So this is actually fairly straightforward, right? When your opponent doesn't want to block, that means the game length is generally shorter, and we use our armor to make a pivot play, or our armor to prevent our opponent from attempting to make certain plays. So the easiest example is if we have a certain amount of armor up, Victor is less likely to go for Tear Asunder. KO is less likely to go for Send Packing, right? But once we run out of armor and then they go wide and then present something at the end, that's very, very annoying for us, right? Okay. Second thing is we basically need go again every single turn, and we need a way to protect our counters or to snowball our counters, and we need the ability to do a mix-up once during the game. Okay? So, yeah. So let's try to build a deck that's going to be strong against this, and you know, if we run into this, we run into this, right? I do think a lot of people are going to be like, well, Josh, why are we building a deck that like is coin flippy? Well, that's I don't think there's a way to build a deck that is good against everything. That's just I thought about this. Well, I didn't think about this. I tried to build decks and I couldn't solve all these problems. And now that I've kind of laid it out and talked with you guys about the metagame and how to classify the metagame, I'm realizing now why I had so much trouble, right? The no armor section being more popular tells me equipment pieces are more good when combo synergizing well with the deck in the meta than just to block value to stop on hits. Yes. Equipment is very powerful because it is starts in play, stays in play. The more times you get your Shuko to activate, you know, when you draw I talked about this concept of 2-card combos, like when you draw Art of War, then you use your Traverse. Like there's a lot of 2-card combos that involve equipment. Against Kano, I like AB2. When Kano is about 15 life, you present lethal with Blade Hold and Bolters, holding up your full hand. Yeah, I actually, with Dawnblade Dory, you probably don't want to be running AB1. But the question is, do you even have room for AB2 is the question. Cash-in is also goated versus brute because they don't have on hits. Yes. You can't build a good deck into everything unless you're Enigma. Haha. Yeah. That could be the case. Okay, let's start building our deck because I do want to play some games. So again, we're focusing on this section and we're kind of saying, well, if they're a blocky deck, well, sad day for us. Okay, at least most of the time, blocking decks don't have a lot of armor. At least there's that. Which means what? Means Dominate is very good. Okay? So, we're definitely going to be running Iron Sock Determination. TLDR. Okay. All right, let's make a deck. All right, let's start throwing some cards in. I already talked about how I don't think a sideboard decimator is very good in this meta game. So basically my thought process is the games are going to be quick. So I'm going to make this a tunicless list. Okay? And I think we're probably going to run Courage of Blade Hold, but Grains might be good too. We'll kind of talk through it. Okay, Iron Song Versus is much better against blocking decks, so we're not going to include it. Obviously, we're going to put Bolters in. All right, now the real question begins, right? So if they're not blocking, we need less attack reacts than we normally do. So we'll put this in. Commanding Performance. I'm still so conflicted about this card. I still don't know if it's good or bad. I think we could put it maybe in the we'll put it in the sideboard maybe. We'll see. All right. What else do we want? Red Hit and Run is a pretty good card when they don't want to block. Also helps our mix-ups as well. So we'll put 2 just for now. This might become a different card. Iron Song Pride, I think, is really good. And I actually think it's mandatory if we're trying to race. Iron Song Response, I think you're going to run 1 in your deck and 1 in your inventory. This is actually one of the metagames where this is like the weakest card. Or the weakest it's been in a while. Lead with Speed's a pretty good card. It's going to combine well with Iron Song Determination. Going to combine decently with Shift, the Tide of Battle, if we're playing that. I think Shift is actually decent in this meta. And you see, for those of you who've been watching me for a long time, I've said it for a long time, I'm very allergic to no blocks and 2 blocks. But when we're trying to build a deck against this, like, who cares? Okay. Out for Blood. No, I don't think so. This is a metagame where I don't even think we need Overpower. I think we don't even need Overpower. As weird as it sounds. Now, Puncture is a very good card. And I think we're actually supposed to run 3. This is the strongest card against the Brutes. We park this in Arsenal. It's really, really good. Plays around the flesh bag. Now, I just said I don't think we need Overpower. I don't even think we need Route. Now, it's been I cannot remember the last time I didn't play Route in my deck. But I don't think it's needed right now. None of these decks are going to be presenting D-Reacts to us. Right? So, the ability to go +6, it's not really relevant. Runner's a pretty good card. I think it's decent. I think we'll put it... I don't know. We'll put it in the inventory. I don't know if... There might be better poppers. Sharpened Steel is good. We like our Sharpened Steels. Alright. Spoils of War. This card, actually, we may not want too many copies of. Because if we have Shift the Tide of Battle, Lead with Speed, hit and runs, like, this card is actually not that great. It's good for mix-ups and all that. It's good when you have counters, but it's not, like, yeah. We'll keep it for now. Alright, I said we're not running Shunt. Or I said we're not running Tunic, so we're not going to run Shunt. We're going to rely on Sink Below and Unmovable. Steelblade Supremacy. Obviously, we're playing Steelblade Supremacy. And I think Warrior's Valor Red is just good enough. Like, yeah. Okay. Chorus, I think, like I said, we want 1 in the sideboard just to have it. And Glistening Steelblade, obviously very good. It's good against this section here, and not so good against this section. But we can still... it's still very threatening. So, yeah. Alright. Iron Song Determination, I also think this is a... I don't know if we need 3, but we'll start there. Yellow Overpower. Oop. Oh, shit. Wait, what? What just happened? Okay, I don't know what just happened, but okay. All right, we're back. I think I hit the back button. Yellow Overpower might be good. Having a way to get around a D-React is nice. Yeah. We need to think about the play patterns. So if we break through... Sorry, if we have counters and they try to stop us, we need to have solutions to stop that, basically. So what I'm understanding from this chart is Dawnblade Dorinthea might not be really good. You need to pick a deck based on what you think the metagame will be. Right? I don't think Victor should do well against these decks. So even though he's going to be kind of represented, I don't expect him to be represented in the winner's metagame. Right? Now these are just good decks. Like these are going to be annoying, but I think these are going to see higher representation, especially in the winners metagame. Please use Vambrace. Bought one today, and I will get crazy if I don't use. I mean, Vambrace is fine against Enigma, but I don't know if that helps the matchup that much. It's probably worth the slot. I mean, I agree with that. Okay, let's just add some of the things that we know we're going to be putting. All right. Okay. All right. We were on yellow overpower. I don't know. Run through. Oh man, it's been a while since we played this card. Synergizes decently with Blade Flurry. Iron Song response against these. Might be worth it. I don't know. Thingy Steel Blade. Obviously, we're playing that. Shift the Tide of Battle. This might be the solution. Let's try it. Twinning Blade. I think 2 is the correct amount. Maybe even 1. Two feels probably right. Maybe 3. I don't know. I'm really unsure, to be honest. Okay, so let's go to the 3 cost cards now. So there's some considerations here because it's like, okay, do we still run triple overpower when new is in the meta? Maybe not. I think Emboldened Blade's decent in this meta. Glint is obviously just too good. Hit and Run's good. I don't know about Goblet. Iron Song response is probably fine. Probably 2 overpowers is good. Precision Press is good. Valor's good. And we probably want some Hold the Lines somewhere in this list. Kind of want 22, 23 is kind of the sweet spot for blues. So we need to add some more blues. Okay. Riptide should be favored because all you have to do is spam Valor at them. Valor gives go again during resolution. Yes, that is true. 7 to 9 turns. I don't even think games are going to go 7 to 9 turns against these heroes. Like, I guess it's Aelia and Zen. The game is decided in the first 6 turns. At Prism, we don't even want the game to go that long because against Prism, our only saving grace is that we have a fridge. So we really need to put pressure on them. Dustpath Pilgrimage for less blocky decks. Dustpath Dauntless Plowthrough. These are all good cards, but I don't... Paying 1 feels really bad. Like, even Commanding Performance, I don't even know. Commanding Performance good against Ninja and against Brute, yeah. This probably should be a 2 of then. Yeah. Not even overpowered blues. I think we run the blues. It's okay. They're good for closing games. If you aren't running Overpower or Route, then Cash-In is probably your friend. Can you explain that a little bit? I don't understand why. Amnesia should be better now. Oh yeah, let's start adding in our generics. I think Amnesia's good. I like Command and Conquer, obviously. And I like Weakest Link. Let's just start with these and we'll go from there. Run through is so greedy. Yeah, it probably should be cut. Because of the metagame you described, do you think Kasai would be better into it? No. Like, Dawnblade Door is much better to these than Kasai. Yeah. Door is below rate until she hits. Yes. Enigma doesn't let you hit unless you're above rate. Yes. Any slot used for the matchup is wasted, in my opinion. Sure. Fatal Engagement is cool against new instead of Overpower. Yeah, could be running that. Hold the Line is bad, please no. Hold the Line is, I guess, much... This might be my hatchet bias coming in. I've been enjoying Fatal Engagement too, but I don't know if people will block enough to make it worth anything. Plow Through Blue. Could be decent. I play Prism, and I promise Hold the Line is bad, except in Enigma. It's good in Hatchetory. Okay, we'll remove it for more traditional stuff. Cash-In does not interact well with 2 and 3 cost cards. Sure. Red Blanche is a popper. If you want more, it has good text against Illusionist. Sure. Is Balance worth it over Crown these days? Maybe. Snag in the sideboard. Sure, we can start adding those. I kind of want our blue base just to work in all matchups. What was it? Crown. I'm going to put this in the sideboard for you, okay? We might try to work with Cash-In. And what was it? Balance Justice. I think solo Balance Justice is probably better. Like, the only deck we'd want Crown of Providence against is Victor. So let's just run solo Balance of Justice. Where is that? Today. Yeah. All right. Add a couple null rune. Add the gloves and the hood. Trying to think, do we need 2 chess pieces? This is actually something I want to discuss with you guys. Do we need courage and greens? Hmm. Three snag in the sideboard, sure. I've seen Hold the Line really destroy a Zen Art of War turn. It's good value, but we generally need all of our cards as Dawnblade Dory. That's the issue. We need Nature's Path for hyper aggro. Ask me how I know? Sure, how do you know? This deck looks very similar to NXI's list. Have you seen it? I have not. I did watch his video, though. So if it's that one, yeah. Would you rather see an Aelia opponent with Dreadbore or Death Dealer? With Dreadbore. I think Death Dealer is much stronger. Dreadbore is just if I'm trying to fatigue them. I'm not trying to fatigue them. I love much more grains. Okay. What is the decision to slide these chests in? Both seem they're for aggro matchups. So, Courage of Bladehold is for triple hits. Grains is for... Grains is just better if they're not blocking because it converts our cards into resources. But the issue is that like Courage is like good when you draw the right hand, whereas like Grains is like, in order to fulfill the same function as Courage, you have to have like prepared the turn before. So Grains is very good if we're consistently aggressive. Courage is like better in like, oh, we drew the god hand, let's go right now, right? So Grains might be better just in general. And we run a little higher yellow and blue count just to support it. That might be better. All right, so we'll run like this. I think this is our standard loadout. Oh, wow, we got interesting. We have, okay, so someone said cut Grains. Vigor's not useful all the time. Interesting. Grains is trash in this meta, in my opinion. Courage should be the chest of choice. Yeah, Courage is more stable. Okay, you know what? Let's decide this with a poll. I'm actually not actually sure either. Let's decide this with a poll. I think they're actually better. Okay, so let's see. How do I do this? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Which chest piece is better in DB Dory? Courage of Bladehold, Grains of Blood Spill. And we'll add results as another option if you don't know which one, but you still want to see the results. Okay. Actually, you know what? We'll add another option. They are about the same. And results. Okay. Please, guys, vote in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Because I'm actually very conflicted on this too, and it seems like chat is also very conflicted. What's up? How's everything going? We're doing pretty well. We're trying to figure out how to build Dory correctly in this metagame. But from that point, it's pure race, and you can't stop. In order to win, no blocking matchups, you need to draw this god hand and play Courage. Okay. Courage allows the ability to play a turn for free as long as we've generated the agility. That is true. You get less value with Courage, but you get to choose when you get the value with Courage. That is the crux of it, yes. Courage for hatchets. What did I just read? Nah, that's definitely not correct. I prefer Courage, but Grains has higher snowball potential. Okay. Additionally, the only way I play Grains this meta is paired with Ironsong Versus. Okay, interesting. I think both chests in the deck is fine. I agree to that statement. I don't like Balance. I prefer Crown, to be honest. Because I'd rather dodge a CNC. How much CNCs are there in the format from those heroes, though? Right now, Courage. In slower meta, Grains. Did I make the thing wrong? No, I didn't. If you think about Courage as drawing an extra blue on your massive turn, it's great. Issue is you can't guarantee a high roll like that. Meanwhile, Grains is solid turn to turn, but honestly, it's close. Oh, man. Chat, you're almost 50-50 on this. Uh-oh. That's not good. Hmm. All right, we'll keep both for now. Every deck plays CNC, even Enigmas at the peak you were playing CNC. Interesting. I'm not saying Balance Crown Providence is bad. It's just, do we have slots for it? It's the question. I don't think we do. Okay, so let's look here carefully. The hit and runs might be too cute. Yeah, this might be too cute. Let's remove that. 3 lead with speeds might be too many with because we're running 3 shift. That also might conflict slightly. Let's remove the run through. I don't think we need 3 shifts, but I do like the card in general. Let's go down to 1. As for our blues, which blues should we run? That's a good question. Warmongers? Could be good. This round's on me. Could be good. I don't know. I think we just go up on Emboldened Blades. Add... we might just actually just go up on our... yeah. Just add these back in. We run into new, whatever. Like... okay, how much? We have 21 blues right now. I think we should probably add snag to here just to bring it to 22, I think is the correct amount. Goblet could be good too. Yeah. I don't know. Goblet is like so... yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, looks like people are voting grains over courage. All right, let's try to run with just grains. Let's see what happens. We're gonna run with just grains, just balance of justice. Crown is good, courage is good, but let's inertia. You're gonna have to send me a deck list. I don't know how to build it. I don't know how to build this. I'm gonna remove it because I don't know what I'm doing. Vambrace, I don't even think this. I don't even know if this solves that matchup, but we'll have it there. Okay. Runner. We'll remove that because we want to hit twice with our weapon. Okay, we're still at 87 cards. Jesus. Okay. All right. I don't know which of these is the best, so we're just gonna cut one of each. Okay. We're at 84 now. Still a lot of cards right now. I don't know. If you're dodging the matchups where you're not going to hit, grains is correct, right? Probably. Show competence, run iron rot plate. Leave speed is also a 2-block. The real play is simply not having any equipment bar Dawnblade. That is definitely not true. Warmongers hits you too? It does. That's, yeah. Goblet is goated as well. Blue Fatal Engagement isn't bad. Yeah, sure. We can add. Well, we're already at 22 blues. I think we're actually okay in blues. Yeah, it looks like the grains win, yeah. Roughly 3 to 5 ratio on that poll. Weakest is the weakest of the 3. You bring it in fewer matchups. Sure. I kind of want to try all of them. Is Sharpened Steel good enough? Good question. With lead with speed, maybe we don't need these Sharpened Steels. Maybe we don't even need these. I feel like we have so much agility generation, we might not even need this Spoils of War. Let's take out one of them. All right, now we're at 80. Okay. Nice. 3 Iron Song Pride is too much, and I'd go with 1 Twinning. Yeah, you could go with 1 Twinning, cut a Pride is also fine. I think this is pretty good, though. I don't know if we need 3. I kind of like it. It's like an attack react. But if we draw 2 of them at the same time, that's also kind of a disaster. So I don't know. 2 Twinning Blades versus 1, I think is close. Cut a lead with speed. Could. Could drop to 1 Twinning. Oh yeah, if we don't have courage, maybe we don't need 3 Twinnings, yeah. You might be right. Ironsong Pride is like, if you draw it in multiples is really bad, it could just lose you the game. So maybe just 2. We have 2 slots now. Let's think. Could add another commanding performance and an Iron Song response, maybe. Maybe like that. Our sideboard is like 2 ups. 2, 2, 2, 2. And then 2 attack reacts, 2 snags. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Here's where we're at. Maybe like this. So this is our default equipment. And yep. Okay. I really like Blue Fatal Engagement. Can buff CNC even. I think I like it over Power now. Sure, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's think. Against these decks, they all have attack actions if they're blocking. So, sure. And also, it protects us against Neo. Because we don't have it. Alright, so I swapped the overpower to fatal engagements for you. I really don't like attack reacts to give +1 and cost 1 resource. This is an exception. This is an exception. Is Pride good in this meta? Yes, it helps Snowball. Dauntless is so situational. I used to play Dauntless against Dash. It was good. Dauntless is good against Enigma, but is it like gonna save the matchup? Probably not. NXI was also on Hacked Reality. Is that worth considering to shore up the Illusionist matchup? Like I said, I think if we fight a Victor, an Enigma, or a Pitch Deck Kano, we're just saying we lose. You know what? I'm not even going to consider Kano part of this pick because if they're on Pitch Deck defensive Kano, and you start breaking through, like you catch them on a hand that doesn't have a D react, they're in trouble, right? This is actually probably closer to unfavored, but yeah. Okay. Might be a basic question, but with the no block decks, do they let you get counters, or do we need an early game plan to get the counters? Generally you could get the first couple counters easy, and then they try to reset you. Hacked Reality is bait. It's never going to hit, and it blocks too. Yeah. Hacked Reality has to hit, which is not going to happen. All right, so I think this is what we're going to try out to start. I think it's decent. All right. All right. We're gonna post this in chat for you guys. 3 punctures isn't a lot. 3 punctures is how you win against these characters here. You need to find a puncture and put it into an arsenal ASAP. That's how you win that matchup. Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 attack reacts. Sounds about right. Okay. 22 blues in the main deck looks good. Yeah. So we're at 54, and then we would just add a couple based on the matchup. Okay. This looks fine to me. All right, let's go try this out. All right. Playing against Kano. Okay, with AB2, I'm not sure if you should go first or second. I think second is probably better, just in case they're pitch deck. All right, so we'll run like this. Grains is a little risky against Kano. All right, let's see. So probably add in our blues. This is probably the least bad of our sideboard cards, and 2 CNCs. Yeah, I think this is how we have to run. This is, yeah. We obviously aren't running our D-Reacts. These are not good in this. What's up? Okay. Let's see how this goes. All right, so we'll run that. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay, let's think about the situation. Aether Flare. Obviously, we're going to be blocking this. This is the least useful card, so we will pitch it away. There's some argument for... Yeah, we're going to pitch... Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't pitch 2 cards here. We would actually want to, but we can't. Okay, so we push the Dawnblade forward, pitching this, and we have all the solutions. Less than all the solutions. Okay. All right. I guess we'll glint, see if we draw something useful. Nope. Okay, so now we just arsenal the Spoils of War, I guess. E-pot from them pass, sure. All right. We could go with Spoils or Valor. I think we go with Valor just because it's more damage. And then we push this forward, see what happens. We probably should turn off our Dark Reader. Because it's messing up the colors there. Okay, there we go. Okay, two block there. So we can puncture this. And we can grains and attack again as well. We can go down to no resources here because he has no cards right now. Or effectively very few cards. Oh, one of the reasons why Kano is in that section in that 2x2 chart is because we don't have Oasis in the deck either. So I assumed it was pitch deck. This ain't it. This is not pitch deck. This is first cycle Kano. You could tell by the Spellfire Cloak as well. All right, so we get a counter, which is useful. All right, we draw a very good hand. So now we want to play the Valor again because we're now at a weird breakpoint. So we'll go for that. Now, if he doesn't block, it's actually risky to empty our whole hand, I think. At 39, we'll have one resource to AB. I mean, I think we just have to go for it. If we die, we die, guys. So obviously we won't make a bigger... This is a matchup where Courage is better than Grains. All right, he played Cindering Foresight. Curious to see if he's using the new Kindle card. All right, Kano banishing Tome, playing Tome. Drawing, activating Kano again. Banishing Aether Spindle. Kano. So now he has one card in hand. I activated Ragamuffins. Put Blazing on top, resolved that. I can't tell what's going on anymore. Yeah, Blazing was banished, sure. Storm Striders. Potion, sure. Crucible, I assume Flare from Arsenal. Yep. Or Wildfire from Arsenal, sorry. Uh-huh. Alright, we AB what we can. Can't block the Spindle. I think at 39 you don't die to a basic combo, right? But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, he opted so he's doing the opting now for that giant ass spindle. Are we dead turn 2 from 39 with no setup? Let's see. He had a little bit of setup. He had an E-pot. He had an arsenal. There was some setup. I'm pretty sure I'm alive. Top. So 6 cards on top. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards on top. 1 on bottom. Okay. Blazing dealing 20. Okay. Sure. We're at 5. Okay. Okay. Oh, we should be good now. We should be good. Because we can... If he tries to overblock, he's going to get punished by singing into twinning. He needs, like, a lot of resources here to kill us. Or a lot of damage to kill us. From 5 with 82. Okay. He got Gaze, he got Sonic Boom, sure. I'm not gonna lie, I think Kano wins. I think at 5 with tempo and AB2, you should be barely okay. Like, he's trying to kill us. Resolving Gaze right now. So he has to assume this is only going to hit for 2. 1 on top, 1 on top. Sure. That's a very bad sign. Okay, Kano again. Lesson in Lava. Kindle. Oh boy, Kindle. Lesson in Lava for 4. Oh, we probably are dead here. Okay. Are we going to live at 1? Oh, he's just going to put a damage spell on top. Yeah. Yep. And then Spindle kills us. Yep. Okay, so AB3 would have prevented all that, but we aren't running AB3. So this, like, if you expect Kano, maybe run AB3. Or Courage actually would have also fixed this. Yep, GG. Okay, good game. All right, for those of you just joining us, this is the list we're playing. Hard to survive after a gigantic spindle. Yeah, a gigantic spindle is tough. GG, GG. All right, we have an Aelia. Okay, so we get to try out our game plan, which is a bunch of D-reacts. And I don't even run a one CNC against them. They have the Codex. All right, so our deck is Codex proof because we have no attack Rex. So just running our core 54, we're adding in 3 unmovable, 3 sync. We could add in Snag for extra blues, but I think we already have enough blues. We should be okay. Snag, I think, is only useful against Amplifying Arrow. So... And I don't think they're running that in this metagame. All right. No. I never pressure Kanos on time. Don't worry about it. All right, Death Dealer, sure. Endless Arrow. Load. Sure. Read the Glide Path, sure. Aelia activation, sure. Drill Shot, sure. Lace, sure. Drill Shot, sure. Okay. So, so what is the play? We block with this, and we play the Pride out with the Valor. So we can keep a glint to guarantee a blue and have a go again if needed. All right, so we take 7. Ow. One of our equipment pieces gets busted up. Sure. There might have been a... It might have been worth it to shove our armor there. Because it's preventing 4 damage, but it's... Yeah. I don't know. That's close. That's close. It might have been worth it. Okay. We don't have a pump. That's bad. Right, so we'll play spoils. And we'll swing. We hope they don't block. Take out Pride against Aelia? Maybe. I think it's good to help race, though. Performance will never trigger against Aelia. She'd rather die than block a commanding performance. Yes. So you got to continue the logic there, right? The logic is because she doesn't want to block it, you can get away with more things, right? Oh, we drew another one. This time we have backup. Okay, red on the ledger is kind of annoying. Okay. Sure. This doesn't have dominate. So I'm thinking 2-card block and then just pressure. And if they don't block, we could glint and Ironsong Pride. So that seems good to me. Which headpiece to block with? I guess there's a chance that they draw 2 cards. Probably not. Death Dealer plus how would Balance of Justice ever trigger against Aelia? I don't actually know if it's possible. Okay. Should be no blocks, or if they block, that's actually the best case scenario. Block for 3. Looks like they're not going to. Yep, no blocks from them, sure. Okay, take aim. Load. Crossbones. Opt to the top. Ooh, it is an amplifying arrow deck. Look at that. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Is Snag even good against this? It would only have blocked some of this. Okay. Let's think what we want to do. I think we just keep these 2. And we block. With having a Valor for the turn after that might be good. Having a Agility token is also good. Maybe we don't block. Hold on. Let's see. If they block, we shift. Yeah. If they do block, at least we could try to get over and arsenal this at worst case scenario. Might be worth it just to preserve life. This is tough because I don't know how the Aelia is going to play the next turn. And we don't have a Vigor token. I think like this is probably the safest way to do it. Very likely they block 9. So if I didn't if I kept this and this, we wouldn't have gotten there. Snag does not work here. Oh man, sad. All right, we'll puncture this, and I think we blow our boots just to keep pressure on. Okay, so we really need to draw, like, yeah, something to protect our counters next turn. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're just going to sink and probably not sink anything. Snag does nothing to amplify your arrow. Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking about. Don't you just send this at me? Oh, he's resolving his Aelia thing. Okay. 10 dominate. Well, we can't block that. We don't even have enough resources to so I think we just are sinking the glistening, trying to draw another way to protect our counter. Or zero cost go again. Oh no, that's bad. We're gonna lose this card. Well, I guess we could always grains it. I guess that's the... Nope, we can't even grains it. We could make it look like we don't have resources. That might be the best way to do it. Yeah. This makes it look like we don't have resources. So he might not block this. Is Aelia a good deck, guys? Embolden to negate cross trap? Could be. But, yeah. This is a very tricky spot for him because it looks, because I sank a card and then I pitched Unmovable. It looks really weird to him. Because I pitched Unmovable, it looks like I drew 4 reds and I was sinking for a... No. Yeah, if my hand was 3 reds and a red Immovable, then I would never play the Immovable out because I have to maintain my counters, right? I think. This is a weird situation, guys. What are we talking about in chat? None of the ninjas run MOM, so it's basically just Brutes and Prism. And Art of War, yeah. I mean, the Balance of Justice is just good at this metagame, in my opinion. Okay, let's refresh the page. Is he still thinking? Okay, there. Okay, he's blocking 6. Blocking 9. Sure. I have an inertia token, so I can't even keep this. So I'll just lose all these things. Sure. Okay, so we are behind now on life. We haven't gotten to play out an Immovable yet, though. So there's that. Okay, we definitely want to block this if we can, but we can't. Okay, so... I think we just Valor swing. 6 D-reacts may not be enough against Aelia. Even though we have, like, good D-reacts. Okay, we really need an immovable next turn, basically. Also, taking 7 on turn 0 might have been part of the reason this is rough. All right, if they have dominate this turn, this is going to be rough. They probably will. Okay, so this is a Snapdragons from them. Or Rain Razors. Our play is basically spoils Determination Swing or spoils Blade Flurry. The Blade Flurry is probably better. Yeah. So Determination is 2 damage. Guaranteed counter, yeah. So let's just block with our grains. This game's not going to go much longer. Yep. So this is a 3-wide turn. Maybe. Probably not. Unless they have a blue. Unlikely they have a blue, though. They haven't seen a single knock, though, so maybe it is. Jesus. And this is Endless Arrow here. Oh, boy. No, this game's over. This game's over. Yeah, it took too much damage on the early turns. Never really had an impactful D-react either. Sometimes you don't draw well. Is there any way to get back? Oh, I think we just throw our hand down here. Oh, sorry. We need to block this for 6, so... Oh, and this can't come out either. The inertia tokens hurt so badly. If they hit at the right time. Good defense from our opponent, though. Six D-reacts is 6 too many. Is it? Oh, we're dead. Knock is going to go grab something. Guys, there might be less viable choices for Nats than we've ever had. If you're not playing Zen or Aelia, what are you doing? Yeah, good game. Just no block this. Okay, well, those were a couple of rough games. Well, let's keep trying. Prism. Generally you're gonna go first against Prism. Oh, it's Inertia. What's up? Okay. Against them, we'll just run like this. So we generally want our poppers against them. That would be nice. I think D-reacts are also fairly useful against them as well. I don't know if Unmovable is good, though. Unmovable is like... might be good. I haven't really tried this, but let's try it out. And do we want to chorus against them? Sure. Why not? We're running quite a few cards now. That's the thing. I don't know. Let's try it. So here, do we just attack or pass? It's a good question. Attack or pass here. That's really close. If they don't block, I think this just gets, this forces them to block. So now we can grains and not attack. And we can even filter another card if we want to. Do we want Twinning Blade or Chorus in the arsenal? I don't know. We only have one copy of each. Are we more likely to get... when we get reprised, do we want a Twinning Blade or do we want a Chorus? We probably want a Twinning Blade if we ever get reprised. We'll just pass here. So if they play an aura out, we'll, attack them. Looks like they just took 6. Okay, sweet. Okay, we'll arsenal this. Clunky hand. Clunky hand. Interesting. This might be bad against them. This and these cards don't synergize very well, guys. Don't do this. Don't do what I just did. Oh, they had 3 no blocks. Okay. They play Genesis, sure. Okay. And they pass. Interesting. So we hit and run attack and then weakest link this? Is that any good? 1 floating. We don't have enough floating to do anything here. This is a very bad hand because we don't have go again. One. I think that's what we have to do. Let's see how they respond to this attack. Sure. All right, so we'll send weakest link at Genesis. Never let Genesis stay around. Why unmovable instead of shunts? We built the deck in a way that we're not running Tunic. Herald of Triumph, sure. Generally don't want this to hit, so I think we probably want to burn a little bit of armor because this is a good hand. This one will let hit. Oh. Well, now we have to attack this and then attack them. That's just all we have to do. Could also attack them. And then Chorus to kill this. I think we saved the Chorus. Okay, so we got another counter. Oh, no, we didn't. Soul Shield. Okay, so one Soul Shield here, one on the bottom of the deck. No, they... Yes, they pitched it last turn, yeah. Okay. Oh. This hand's potentially very deadly. I think if I play these out, we hit. Yeah. That's a very quick no block. All right, Halo, this is indication that this is a very, very important turn. Okay, so we definitely want to get balanced justice value. Has no on hit, so we don't block it. So I think we actually want to block 10 on this. It's not easy to block 10 on this, though. We can't. So we just have to hope that they don't have an attack react. Or the instant, which they probably do. Very likely they have the Angelic Wrath instant. Yeah. Well, we couldn't play around it. It's what it is. I don't think they could use all these cards, though, unless they draw like a Genesis or something. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we really have to rely on our chorus this turn. So how do we play this? Think we need all of these cards, right? If they block, we need this for power. If they have a soul shield, we're just screwed next turn. We need this for our go again and this for our attack react. It's not easy. I think we just have to take this. I'm not sure what the correct decision here is. Oh, we should have broke this. Sorry, let's go back. Let's before the before this resolves, we should break this. Let's see what we draw. Okay, so now we have an extra card. So now we can block this. Yeah. We could also deny it from going into soul as well. It might be good. Am I supposed to just attack Soraya next turn? Maybe I'm supposed to go Valor, hit Soraya, hit face. That might be better, right? Generally, you don't want things to go into soul. That's really, really bad. Yeah, Valor, swing at Soraya, swing at face was probably good enough. Kind of play this like Dromai, guys. Let's see. All right, we play Valor, pitch this. Swing at Soraya. It hits. Surprise, surprise. Do we want to blow bolters? No. Do we want to make a vigor? No. All right, swing. Not gonna lie, Josh, I'm getting more and more sure that Dorinthea might not be really good. Maybe the answer is Bolton. I don't know. Add 7 power poppers. I kind of like the 6 power poppers more, but yeah. I could see the reasoning behind both. Oh, this is a great hand. Now, another one of these. Did they draw another Angelic Wrath? They might have. Should I unmovable plus this? That blocks for 8. That plays around it. It's really close. If I just play the immovable out, I get punished. I think we probably play around it. Then they'll just use it on the next one. Okay, so they did not have it. This is gonna go into soul, sure. But these cards with the boots is good. So we'll just let this one hit. They're probably gonna flip an angel. I flip a figment. Any chance we get a Bolton stream before Nats? We could. Have you tried Battlefront Bastion? Not in this list, but Mm-hmm. Sure. This is why we saved our chorus, boys. Now we can bolters and swing face. They'll go to 2. I think we just push the Dawnblade forward, pitching this. Yeah, we don't want to give them a priority window to play ALS, so let's just push this forward. Okay, now we can singing into glint into Blade Flurry. Oh, that's so disgusting to draw both of these. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we could play the lead for speed out. Oh, we probably should have grabbed Twinning Blade. My bad. No. This is fine. We didn't have go again. Okay, so this is going to protect that. Sure. Play the... We could Arsenal the lead with speed as well. Yeah. That might be better. Let's just do that. Guarantee our blue. Do we embolden Blade? Do we need to? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very likely they block 9. This is not a D react, but we don't need this card is the issue. I think it's better just to play like this. The speed at which I just did this tells him that this is a tough decision. I think I sideboarded wrong, says Inertia in chat. Maybe you did. I don't know. Do we glint and try to grab an attack react? What's the chance that that happens? Yeah, let's go for it. Nope, but that'll work too. GG. Okay. Interesting. So why were we afraid of Aeolia's loop last time, but not this turn? Well, I mean, we can't play around it, but very unlikely they're even playing ALS if they're running Rapture, I think. The loop is performed when you have the like Tome of Divinity and the other chess piece. Vestige of Soul. Good game, good game. Okay, let's keep trying some more games. Like we had a game against these and this, yeah. So we've been playing pretty meta decks this whole stream. I'm not used to this matchup. Yeah, but you're used to that hero, right? Chorus felt good there. Yeah, it did. Uh-oh, guys, we're playing against. Oh boy. All right, let's see if Vambrace does anything. My suspicion is that this might be overrated slightly, but we'll try our best. Okay, so what do we need against them? Chorus is good. Attack reacts are fine. This is fine. Are we... Weakest link, I guess, is fine. I don't know. How are we gonna sideboard against this? We'll play against her, like Matthew says, yeah. Yeah. Time to surrender? No. Our knees don't know the ground. We don't do that. Do we want our D-Reacts? No, right? Do we want Snag? No. Do we want Command and Conquer and Amnesia? Maybe? Are these good? I don't know. Are these good against Enigma? Command and Conquer and Command and Conquer and Amnesia? They have a lot of D-Reacts. How bad could it be? This one, cards and tokens can't gain. So they can't swing Spectral Shields for free, right? Alright, let's just trial them all. Okay, so we're at 64. Alright, let's give this a go, see how it goes. Okay, this is almost certainly Uphold Tradition. Standard stuff from them. Just arrived. What is the deck list? Here you go. Yes, poppers are good for sure. Okay. Yeah, well, we got them in. Just Arsenal pass for our opponent. Interesting. Okay. We'll take it. All right, we play our lead with speed out. And we swing. All right, guys, let's keep a count how often we get Vambrace value. No blocks. All right, I guess we just puncture then. And Arsenal the Ironsong response. Okay. Passover with Homage to the Ancestors. Plays Manifestations of Miragai. Sure. Attacks with Manifestations, so we really need to kill this. Okay, I mean, this whole hand is very good, so we're not blocking. Okay, giving it an extra 2 damage. I like that. Sure, really going all in on this now. All right, so then he played 10,000 Year Reunion. This is a high roll, right? Wow. Um. Huh. If this is a D-React, we've just lost the game. Like, literally just lost the game. And it's turn 2. I think we need to play this out just to up our damage. And I don't think they're going to block. Yeah. Really need that anti-ward card right about now? Yeah, that would have helped. But if they have a D-React, we're just dead. Okay, so this is not going to hit. We can go up to 8. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's... Can't do anything. Oh, man, he had Syncable in Arsenal as well. Okay. So now we actually have to play this out. Just to push over. We shouldn't have passed priority there. But actually, no, actually it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. He's just going to lose the manifestations and swing at us with this. Jesus. This game's already over. You joked about it, Josh, but I really do think Bolton's the best warrior right now. Yeah, you might be right. This game's already over. Okay, another Manifestations of Mirror guy, sure. Swing for 4, swing for 10. This game is already over. Yeah, I don't think there's any solution here for this deck. Hatchets, maybe, with more attack reactions, but yeah. This is a high roll, but like this is something that they could do, so it's like, yeah. Oh god. Yeah. GG. Yeah, that's pretty good, guys. What the heck is it? Oh no. Oh no. Like I said, this is if you're playing Dawnblade Dory, you're basically trying to dodge this matchup. Because you're good into the ninjas, you're good into the brutes. For those of you who haven't joined us, this is what we made earlier. This is the decks you want to play against. This is the decks you don't want to play against, especially the pink ones. No blocks. And all this reprise is useless. Yeah, it's just, this is a completely cursed matchup. This is probably worse than OG Prism, if I had to guess. Unmovable from Arsenal. That's how screwed we are. Yeah, GG. This matchup might be close to 0%, guys. GG. GG. Yeah. Yep. So why is this matchup hard? They have Oasis, Sync, Unmovable, Hold the Line. Yep. That's pretty brutal. Okay. Let's see if we can get one of the matchups that we wanted. Got a Reiner. Okay. So Reiner is actually down here. Reiner actually blocks quite a bit and has good armor. All right, against Reiner, Sync Blows is pretty good against them. Commanding Performance is also decent, although they have quite a few non-attack actions. And, you know, we can add in an Iron Song response just to round things out. Some Reinhardts have some no blocks, but most of them are running close to all 3 blocks. So, yep. I think this is what we could do. Yeah. So just adding in some syncs, the Iron Song and the Commanding Performance. Gonna run it like this. Yeah, they just replaced one manifestation of the mirror guy and protected. It's pretty rough. Resolve. Yes. Yep. You need to be able to go pretty wide in order to deal with it. All right, so they're going to let us filter, which is nice of them. None of these cards are very good. Supremacy needs to be set up on a 5-card hand. Tunic. Interesting. Tunic. Feel like we just block with that. We might put Supremacy, might put Sink Below in the arsenal. We'll see. Do you think Hatchet or Dawnblade is better at the meta right now? I think they're about even. You have a different matchup spread though. What the heck just happened? That had go again? Oh, he rolled Scab Skins. I'm an idiot. I was like, oh, we get the filter. Sweet. Let's do it. Okay, there was no really playing around what he just did. Okay, that's fine. The best warrior right now actually might be Bolton. The stats suggest it's Bolton. Okay, let's go this. Yeah, Scabs. Yeah, I missed that he rolled it. Well, that's Talishar for you. All right, so we took 5 damage, but he has no arsenal, so, you know, about the same. All right, Apex blocking, sure. We'll punch through with Iron Song Response. Getting like 1,000,000 Tide Mock counters and dropping Coalescence is also fun, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so our plan is to keep singing Steelblade and Dawnblade Ironsong Pride, so we don't need these. We can put this into Arsenal, so yeah, that works fine. So this is like a classic example of a setup turn. It's a good setup turn because we get a counter and we get one of the most powerful cards. There's some argument to doing that in the resolution step, because we get blown out by Sink Below or Fate Foreseen if we do it in the reaction step. Scab Skins. Nope. Did not want Scab Skins. Send packing. So our commanding performance is put over there. This might be a decent turn to make a play with Supremacy and commanding performance. Kind of tough to make a play against this flesh bag when they still have armor. So maybe not. Maybe the play is just block with these Arsenal the Blade Flurry. Or Arsenal the Supremacy is also fine. Going for the Supremacy when they still have flesh bag is like from Supremacy from Arsenal when they still have flashbacks, like not good in my opinion. So we'll block if they pummel us, we'll be sad. Looks like they don't. So we'll just play the commanding performance out to protect our counter. And very likely they don't block this. If they do, it's probably worth it to protect it with Blade Flurry. And so this play is decent because we get to get a grades token as well. So not too bad. All right, got about 150 you guys watching. Thank you for joining. All right, no blocks from them, sure. We'll decline the bolters. We will make a vigor, and we'll put the Blade Flurry to Arsenal. This is good. Blade Flurry and Arsenal is very, very strong. Okay, this hand's bad, so we're probably just going to be blocking. In fact, we might just block with all the cards. Swing big. Sure, we love Go Again. Okay, the Fatal Engagement is actually on now as well, so we can go like this. Because we're going to have a Vigor. So this is actually quite good. Assuming that... Oh, Tunic into what? Pummel? Okay. Sure. You got it. We will discard the... Doesn't matter, actually. All right, we're just cycling Vigor tokens, it looks like. So Savage Feast and Barragings go to the bottom. Okay. So we'll protect our counter, make a greens. I think it's fine. Or we could just Arsenal the hit and run. It's actually decent too. Let's just Arsenal the hit and run. All right, we want to sink into a blue, if possible. Okay, we did not, but we sank into a arguably better card. Okay, so we'll take this. So I think we just play the lead with speed and swing. Protect the counter with Iron Song Response. Okay, so Flesh Bag getting great value there. Removing a counter, we lose our attack rect as well. Okay, we have an agility, but we don't have any blues. Ugh. All right, so I mean, it's just fairly straightforward. If they block, we play Iron Song Response. If they don't block, then we just swing twice. They probably have a good hand. Okay, this guy gets an agility token, probably. Oh, Singing Steel Blade and Barraging Beatdown. He does not. Sweet. All right, Blood Rush Bellow. All right, time to get Balance of Justice value. Okay. Let's break this just in case we draw Iron Song Pride. Okay, both of our glints are banished right now. Sure. So this is 5 or 9. So I think we need to block this. So we have glints. So we can block like this. I think is decent. Let's hope that this is not devastating. Ooh. Eh. I think we're supposed to lose our arsenal. Yeah. Two glints and an Iron Song response, just a good hand. Reckless Swing going to the bottom. I think we're supposed to use this blue on all these. So get this last point of armor, probably. No. Okay. So we get 2. Why didn't he sink the last one? That makes no sense. That's a misplay from him. All right. What are we doing with this hand? Play lead with speed, swing. Arsenal spoils. I think we need to conserve our health a little bit. Yeah, lead with speed, swing, shift, and swing, swing. Yeah. Seems decent. He might block, and then we can just arsenal the shift. We didn't block the boots, so less likely he'll block this. Hey Josh, what do you think about Tunic Shunt and try that in try to end Enigma's turns? You could try that. That might be decent. I mean, that's one of the most annoying things for them. This deck feels odd. I don't know what it is, but okay, so we have our Twinning Blade. That's very important. So we could just swing. Wait, we can agility swing. Agility swing. Twinning blade. Glistening swing. Hero ability. It's pretty decent. Yeah, let's do it like that. Glistening and agility tokens don't really synergize. There's a lot of weirdness. Okay, so now Glistening's never gonna hit here. That's the issue. Building Dorinthea is really tricky. The heavy hitters cards has really like made the build of Dory weird. We needed an attack reaction in that hand to do much. Okay, so here we're just blocking and then keeping these. Uh-oh. Sure. Oh boy. That's rough. All right, we're going to blow our bolters on this turn, most likely. I don't know if this build of Dorinthea is correct. All right, if he has Sigpilla, we lose the game. Oh, okay. Sweet. We might already be dead to Reckless Swing, but we'll see. We could be dead to Pulping as well. I haven't seen this card in so long. Yep. Sure. Now we died a Reckless Swing, guys. Our only out is we find our Dominate before he finds Reckless Swing. Claw into claw is going to be painful. If this is a blue and a 2-cost, we die. Ooh, this card's so good on the Blood Rush turns. Jesus. All right. I haven't. This is from Crucible of War. Yeah, good game. Good game. Okay, guys. I'm feeling a little depressed. Not gonna lie. I don't. Maybe this deck build's just not right. It's very. It's trying to be very cute with like pride, lead with speed. I don't know. Well, guys, maybe the answer is Hatchet Dory or Rated Bolton. Oh boy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, okay, let's play Bolton. uh, the answer is Bolton. I sent you a list. I swear it's good. I don't like 3 glistening for grains. All right, let me check my Discord DMs. Let me see. All right, let's see. What is this? All right, we'll do a viewer request game. All right, this is the list Matthew sent me. Looks extremely standard. This is the most. Yeah, this is very, very. This looks very solid to me. Sure. All right, guys, we're gonna end the Dory content now. let's play some Bolton. Mono tunic for Dawnblade Dory. Aelia. Oh, great. We'll go first against Aelia. All right, we'll just follow your matchup guide. Soulbound Resolve. Snapdragons versus. Okay. And you brought in the D-Reacts and Warmongers. Yeah, okay. Sure. Express charge courage. Actually, we want to Arsenal the Express. Let's take flight and not attack with the Raiden. No blocks. What in the world is going on? Got that trap that. Nope. Okay. If you're running so much agility sources, the value of glistening and spoils is bad. Yes. So that's what's so weird about that deck. Is that okay, so what the heck is this? On hit blood rot, on hit Ponder. Sure, I don't care about either of those things. We can Banneret charge this. Lumina, swing, swing, and then end with a Command and Conquer, pitching this. That seems really good. No blocks. We need this Lumina to hit, though. It's gonna hit. It's not gonna hit Snatch, right? Yeah. They're no blocking us, too. Gonna no block this, too, Aelia? No spice whatsoever. Yeah, this is a very regular list you're playing, Matthew. Oh, you're blocking with attack actions, Aelia? You can't do that. I charge this turn. This happens so often. They put cards in front of it, and then they see the number go up, and they're like, oh, no. Okay, we blew up their arsenal. Their arsenal was laced with blood rot. All right, so let's set up a little bit this turn if we can. Probably put the V into arsenal and then block with these. We could also just get 2-card value. That might be good too. Do I want to block with armor? I mean, this is either snaps or rain razors. Let's just block. Let's not overcomplicate things. Rain razors. Snapdragons, sure. Load with bullseye. Sure. Yep, that's fine with me. We're not doing anything on our turn anyways. Does Remorseless and Soulbound Resolve interact in a good way? Because this is loss of life, right? They lose 1 life whenever I do any... If I play an action card, I lose a life. Does this prevent me from losing life? I think it does. It should. You'll take less... Oh, you take less damage from the blood rot. Yeah, that's another point I missed, yeah. Okay, so what do we do with this hand? We Soul Shield, and I guess we're just blocking, basically. Okay. Okay, we have a life lead. They've lost their armor. They have tempo. We still have our armor. That's the situation of the game. Soul is kind of low. Maybe we kind of just wait for Warmongers to show up. That might be good. Okay, read lace, sure. Okay. So this is the infamous can't take one more one action, more than one action plus inertia. So let's armor plus soul shield. Is that the best block? And just express, charge express, probably. Oh. Nah, we're not charging. All right. Do we express snap Raiden? Probably not. Are we going to get a better chance to... I guess if we draw like Bolt of Courage plus Illumina. Yeah. Let's not snap this. Lost life cannot be prevented. That's... Is that true? Yeah, this says dealt damage. The other one says lose life. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh boy. Okay. Well, if this hits, he's gonna probably fire another arrow at me, so we don't want that to happen. So we just block. All right, we're waiting for them to draw something that's not... Okay, so this is a decent hand. We probably still have to play defense this turn. Okay, they just codexed. It chose red in the ledger. They're thinking about which card to discard. Discarded Deadeye. Played Seek and Destroy. What? Mm-hmm. Okay, so... I think the play is Beaming Bravado, charge Banner of Gallantry. That seems like the play. So block with these plus armor. The weakest armor here, I guess, is the Soulbound Resolve, I guess. Yeah, the Iron's Arm versus is also pretty useless. We're not pitching for things. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. So we're going to lose this. But we set up a Quicken token. So that's fine. Also under the red and the ledger effect. Okay, we drew a Warmongers. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Seek and destroy, sure. Cross reps. Keep soulbound. We've seen one blood rot. It'll block another 2 to 3 across the game, sure. The gameplay does not match the stream title. I feel baited. I'm so sorry. I played with some Dawnblade Dory games earlier. It's not very it went okay, but not I think I built the deck wrong to be frank. Alright, what is this? Oh god. Okay, so Jesus. Okay, so light the way, charge a card. Attack with Raiden, and then play Warmongers. Make sure we don't arsenal anything, because we can't. Yeah, light the way, charge this, Raiden, Warmongers. We'll take 1 from the Blood Rot. Ooh, very rough, very rough. Okay, to get a Ponder, sure. Matt, we're playing one viewer submission at the very end of the stream. That's what we're doing. That's why we're playing Bolton, even though the stream is named Dawnblade Dorinthea. All right, this, charge this. We have too much soul right now. Where's our beacons? Okay, so okay, so now we can swing this. Give it go again. And then play our favorite card in the game. The best Bolton card in the game. Has Bolton on the art. They chose war. Obviously, we're choosing war. End of turn, we take 1. All right, if we can somehow keep our hand, which looks like we can't. So let's see here. I mean, it's take flight into Raiden, so we don't need these. And yeah, if we had Via the Vanguard is less good when we like we're not playing Via the Vanguard very much against the Aelia just in general because we don't have Tunic and we're never keeping 5-card hands generally. So take flight, charge, Raiden, yeah, okay. Seems fine. Yeah. So that was a good Warmongers. Oh, no, God damn it. Boo. Boo. Okay, this still gets armor, though. Oh, sorry, gets a card. So we should be okay. They wanted to Arsenal. The game warns you when you're gonna end your turn without Arsenaling. Okay, so this is probably this gets the headpiece as well. Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. I thought for some reason I thought it was lower than this. Dawnblade felt a little saddening from my testing. I'm not a warrior gamer like you. Dawnblade did feel very rough. Like against Enigma, we were like that's nearly unwinnable. I mean, Illusionist is just so damn difficult for warrior in general. All right, this is kind of bad. We have a ton of soul. We still have snapdragons. That's just ugh. So that express lightning earlier, where we didn't snap into Raiden, is now causing this situation. Although we have a beacon of victory, we can just swing naked Raiden and beacon him. So that also works. Okay, looks like they just gave up. Yeah, I think we had the game there. Yeah, he could pump it a bunch, but we wouldn't die, and we could just kill him with the beacon. All right, well there you go, Matthew Carreri. There is your fan game for the week. Okay, wholly original Raiden list. So you're saying this is not an original Raiden? This doesn't look very original. I like the two snatches though. I think this is really good. Having some non-light cards in Bolton's quite good. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna kind of wrap things up. This is the list that we built. There's some things I don't like about this list, to be honest. And I think somebody pointed it out. Mr. Blood pointed out in chat. When you have so many agility generation, that makes glistening worse. So, yeah. Hope that cured your Dory depression. Thank you. Yes. Playing some Bolton does cure my depression sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if agility generation with glistening is quite right. Like, this could be sharpened steel. That might be better. Yeah. I don't know. We might just be overthinking things quite a bit. It might just be like, go back to Warrior's Valor, Spoils of War. Like, let's make a copy. Let's quickly try to do this. So, if we're trying to build a much more standard deck, we won't play Iron Song Pride. We won't play Lead with Speed. We won't play Shift. And this will come back up. We add an Overpower. We add a Route. We add more Twinning Blades. And we add Spoils. And then it would look something more like this if we're like, yeah, the snag should not be there probably. Something like this would be like more standard. Maybe even Yellow Valor might be fine. Yeah. Something more like this might be correct. Can we get the Bolton list link? Sure. Here you go. Glistening is good. Get rid of Spoils War. That is also a possibility. Yeah. Like, this card is much better in like Psy and Olympia. I don't know, man. I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing for Nats, I'll be honest. Like, this is really bad, guys. Like, this column here is really bad. I think Bolton against Riptide is also going to be like the worst thing ever. But apparently, I don't know. There's not enough data points, but like I'm pretty sure Bolton against Riptide was just really bad. Let's see if I'm spoken stuff. Apparently, I guess with Soulbound Resolve, you just don't take that much damage. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Bolton's the play for Nets, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's Hatchet Dory. I don't know. I honestly find myself disappointed drawing into spoils recently. Yeah. In an aggro meta, I feel like Glistening plus Blade Furrier is an easy 3 counters in 1 turn. Yeah. I agree. I don't know. All right, guys. All right, let's just chat for a bit. What are you guys going to be bringing to Nets? Let's start there. MILB. Yep. MILB indeed. Warriors in a tough spot, guys. This hero, really difficult to deal with. The Brutes got stronger. There's a deck that does a bajillion damage. Victor is still running around, even though he shouldn't. Kano is still stressing sideboard slots. You gotta be like, I don't know. Either Dory, Bolton, or Zen. You probably should be bringing Zen. If well, I mean, Warrior's always been a Warrior, other than heavy hitters, has always been in a tough spot, so I should be no stranger to this, but yeah. Big glistening turn on a hand with no blocks. Yeah, I mean, that just has to line up. So wait, one set after heavy hitters and both Guardians and Warriors are bad? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people say that everyone knows how to play against Hatchidori. People have a lot of practice in general against Hatchidori, right? David says he's going to bring Bolton, Zen, or Kano. Okay, those are good choices. I think Hatchets have a better matchup for Enigma, but Zen is really strong. Can't play mid-range against him. Yeah. That's we really haven't had these like this. We haven't had a aggressive deck coupled with like a deck that requires you to, I don't know. In theory, you should be able to beat these two with the same. Sorry, you can't see what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at Enigma and Zen on my other monitor, but in theory, you should be able to deal with both of them with the same strategy, right? You just go quick. But yeah, it's difficult for every warrior other than maybe Bolton to go quick. So I don't know. I don't know. You have a Zuri list, but and it feels cool, but it's just worse than new. Yeah, that's one of the things is that a lot of the heroes feel like just worse versions of other heroes. So yeah. All right, guys. If you have any questions, you can leave them in chat. If not, we're gonna be wrapping things up in the next 2 or 3 minutes. I guess I could show this off while we're waiting. My friend decided to make me some sleeves, and they're meme sleeves. In fact, and it's weird because these are meme sleeves with me on it. This is from Pro Tour LA when I won one of my feature matches. I turned to the camera and I was like, I hope you enjoyed the game. And then he took a screenshot of that and made them into sleeves. So now these are the sleeves I'm going to be running at Nats. It's going to be kind of hilarious, I think. So thanks to Alex for that. Hatchet's Bolton time. I don't even know what world that would look like. It's time to play Bolton with Slap Happy and Battlefield Blitz. Maybe. Am I trolling if I'm considering Riptide to Nats? No, I think that's a very valid choice. I think both Rangers are in a very good spot. All right, guys. We'll be back probably for one more stream. No guarantees because I do have to leave very early Wednesday, which means I may not be able to stream next week. So we'll if I don't see you guys can see me at Nats. Come up, say hi to me. I'm a very friendly man. I'll give you some I'll give you a little bit of a souvenir. Also, if you guys are interested in draft, we are having a draft camp this Saturday. And just like the last two sets, we're going to be streaming it. So I hope you guys can tune into that. I know there's some people that really enjoy watching the draft camps. So we'll be doing that this Saturday. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been Josh Lau with TheCardGuyz. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was a little rough, I'll admit, but you know, we learned what worked, what didn't work. Let's just put it that way. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys. I guess we have another one. Can you beat Enigma with Riptide? I'm not the man to ask for that. Bye bye.